Welcome to Sipping Thoughts and Money Miles again. We are discussing today the investment. How do you start investing? A person who knows so much still didn't invest. I was wondering about the normal women who are not working, who are housewives, who are like, have they ever thought about investment?
I think the first step is to find a good advisor. I mean, while there are ways of doing it yourself, as DIY is what we call it, do it yourself, you can do it yourself. Or the most important thing to do is to find yourself a good advisor. Just like you found your family doctor, somebody you knew told you that I've been going to so-and-so and he's or she is good. The same thing you do with an advisor. Look around, ask people who you know that do they know of a good advisor. Second, there is a government website, the SEBI website, which puts out a list of all registered advisors. So you can easily check there who is the nearest to your.
No, but Vivek, as soon as you put some money into a bank account, तुम देखते हो कि उसी bank account के those people start calling you up कि हमारे पास एक investment advisor है, आप इससे मिल लो. Now, how trustworthy are they, or they only pushing their funds?
Shut the noise. Just shut the noise. Once you find a good advisor, just ignore your bank calling you, some scheme being sold to you. You'd give it to your advisor. Your advisor has to decide then for you. And most of us Indians do not go to an advisor.
Okay, yeah. So like the normal, when I started investing, I asked, okay, what is your fee? And he said, no, I don't have any fee.
So there are two models, Meeta. One model is that the advisor gets money from the fund house as commission. The second model is very simple. The advisor charges you a fee, and when he or she takes a fee from you, he or she does not get a commission from the mutual fund.
Okay.
And he or she helps you to go through the direct investment route, so which is a little cheaper because there is no commission being paid out.
Okay.
Right?
So which is better?
Direct through an advisor, I think, is the right way to go.
Pay your fee.
What do you need if you're opening up an account and you want to start investing? Do you need an Aadhaar? Do you need a PAN? What all do you need to get started in creating an account and start investing?
I think it's pretty simple, right, Surya? I mean, Aadhaar, of course, now with the Supreme Court judgment, the jury is out on what a mutual fund will do for the eKYC. But many of these apps, they've made it fairly simple, isn't it?
They have made it simple. I think they'll even modify it further now going forward. But as we speak today, we actually need PAN card is mandatory for any investment.
And
actually.
Is it easy to get a PAN card?
Absolutely. So the earlier days of having a PAN card in 2 months have been gone. Now you can apply for a PAN card either online or through physical format, and you get in 10-15 days.
You need to have an income?
No, you don't need to have an income. And also the myth is there that if I have a PAN card, I need to file my tax returns. That's actually not true. So
till now, everybody knows their PAN card is needed only for the IT
for income tax.
So that's not true actually.
Yeah, you're not also earning. You can still deposit money. You can deposit up to 3 lakhs
up to cash. 3 lakh is exempt income. Cash should be avoided, but in case housewives are able to save money from the income which they get from their spouses and they're able to get some money saved, they can actually go ahead and put that money into their savings account, and the exemption limit is 3 lakhs. So therefore there is no taxation impact also on that income. And try to use that money if you're able to deposit in your bank to create an investment opportunity for you.
So, okay, again a question comes, 3 dependent women on 1 earning member in the family. So can they deposit 3 lakhs rupees on their, suppose my mother, my wife, my daughter or my grandmother?
Well, you can theoretically, but how will you justify this cash being received by you?
Yeah.
So you have to justify the source of this cash. Even for the housewife, if she is depositing 3 lakhs, she actually has to prove that this money was saved by her from the money which she saved from the household expenses.
So it has to be any resources, whether your father, your brother, your husband, or you.
Just because it is you have cash sitting with you, you just don't mean you can deposit any amount of money in the account.
And any ways like you go, there's so many things happening online. You go searching and saying, okay, I want to create an account. How do you decide which website or where should I start going through? Or is it better to go through your bank?
See, you have to open first of all a bank account.
Yes.
That's very simple basic step. You cannot go wrong in this. Whichever bank close to you, you want to open an account close to your home, just go ahead and open an account. It's good to apply for a PAN card because in times to come it's already started that PAN card is actually becoming mandatory for every financial transaction. Even for buying or selling a property, PAN card is mandatory, otherwise they do a tax at source. It's a TDS applicable over there.
So a financial advisor starts working with what is the minimum amount like one can approach a financial advisor?
You can approach an advisor for any amount. There is no kind of hard and fast rule that you have to go to an advisor if you have a 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh. You can even approach for a 5,000, 10,000 rupees also.
If I take away, first you should start thinking about investing, maybe start doing your homework, start learning, start creating your bank account, get your PAN card, and then maybe start small, start with an FD, start learning, and then start to think if you need an advisor to go towards more options.
More than an FD, I think you should look at the liquid fund route, the fixed income products that we've been talking about. They give you better returns, they're more tax efficient, and if you look at the post-tax returns, they handsomely beat an FD.
Post office deposits are over, or it's like an old time?
You can't call it over, but yes, I
It's
think
loses.
we're starting to grow out of it now.
Yeah, so it's like kind of its
Yeah.
lost its chain.
So maybe a couple of schemes in the post office still holds true. For example, like a post office senior citizen scheme still has its own merits and advantages. But other than that, I see it's actually
more
coming down
advanced
now.
ways
That's
to,
right.
to shift your
That's right.
funds. Okay, so baby steps.
Baby steps.